Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. It is Monday, May 27th, which means it's time for Deals of the Week! But it's also Memorial Day, and we want to take a moment to thank those who gave everything for this country. And in doing that, this is a fight that I fight every year, which is the proper flag etiquette. Everyone thinks you just leave it at half staff all day. That is not true. What you need to do is in the morning, you take it all the way up, then you bring it down to half staff, and it stays there till noon. And at noon, you briskly raise it all the way up to full staff. And I'm tired of this argument with people who think that they know what they're doing and won't take 30 seconds to Google it. It's not that hard. U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, boom, boom, boom. On Memorial Day, the flag should be flown at half staff from sunrise until noon, then raised briskly to the top of the staff until sunset in honor of the nation's battle heroes. End of discussion, okay? If you're going to honor Memorial Day, at least try and do it right, okay? This is something I've been arguing with people for years. People still think that they know how to do it, and they won't take the moment to just read. Just read. All right, let's get into the deals, all right? So, first deal we got mini chainsaw. We got to talk about. This sucker's got some speed to it. This is the, I hate these names. The I can't pronounce that. But you know what? It's a $40 mini chainsaw. It comes with not one, but two batteries. It comes with two chains. It comes with a little beaker of oil you can drop on the chain. It's a nice little mini chainsaw, and at the price, $40. $40 mini chainsaw, but on top of that, there's a 25% off coupon. That, if I can math, I think that's $30 is your final price on that, which for a mini chainsaw is a heck of a price. All right, next up we got the X-Tool coming at you live. This is, okay, if you like OBD2 readers, if you want to do your own kind of diagnostics, they're great. You can get them super cheap, like $50, $60. You can get actually a pretty decent little OBD2 reader. But if you want to get serious, you're going to have to spend more money. And X-Tool, this is a professional grade level. All right, it's not top line, not trying to say that, but I'm trying to say like value pro level. This is a bi-directional scanner, 3 years of updates, active test, DOIP, CAN, FD, ECU, 36 plus resets, all systems diagnostics. This is the X-Tool. Now, we've talked about this, the D7. This is the D7S. This is the one that I keep in my shop, okay? I get lots of scanners and stuff sent to me. This is the one that I rely on daily. And I'm not saying I'm an expert when it comes to scanners, but I will tell you this. This one does get you all the features. That bidirectional is important because that's the one that lets you have that back and forth conversation between you and the car. You're not just listening, you're being able to send diagnostics to it, have it react, and to see, hey, can you do this? Does it hurt when you do that? That's what you get from the bidirectional scanner. Normally, what is this, $469? It's on sale right now for $419, and then on top of that, we got a $30 coupon that we're going to stack on top of that. How about that one? Now, if that was all, this would just be a good deal. But I've got a promo code I'm going to put down below for an extra 10% off. Extra 10% off. So we got deals on top of deals on top of deals on this one, all right? All right, and next up, we got the EMF meter Hound from Tesman. This is a great little device. Lets you look for magnetic interference, electro interference, and radio frequency interference. Now, it's not super long range or anything like that, but let me show you what it can do. This is their EMF detector. I kid you not. So it'll do magnets. So like right here, I'm going to show you if I can get to focus there. This is a magnetic bit. As I get close to it, it sits there and it'll show the reading. It works better when it's closer to stuff. We switch over here and we can go to my Hound in the back. He's losing his mind, the new puppy there. So we go over to electrical and we go to RF. And I got my cell phone here. I bring my cell phone in there. And I think I have there you go. You can see the radio frequencies coming off of that. Well, this thing is pretty cool because what this can allow you to do, especially as somebody who used to run wire and stuff, you can go around and you can see if there's miscellaneous signals. It'll do RF, it'll do magno-electrical, and it will do straight electrical. So you can see if there's interference coming in from other stuff. I had an issue where a network would go down randomly throughout the day. We couldn't figure out what was going on. It was an old industrial building. You guys can see the pup back there. He's losing his mind. Anyway, every time the freight elevator got used, the motor there would set off a huge electromagnetic spike, and it took us forever to diagnose it. Something like this would have really helped. All right, there you go. This is currently, it's $40 with a 5% off coupon, and I've got a code for 15% off on top of that. I will say this is not one of the super high-end ones. I used to run wire for a living, and we had some really expensive equipment, stuff that the average Joe's not going to get. But you know what? For just around the shop kind of stuff, around the house, you want to see what might be causing interference or what's going on, this is the way to do it right there. For that price, oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, I've gone on about that enough. So, and always remember, guys, check to make sure there's a coupon. If there is, click that coupon. Otherwise, it will not auto-apply on Amazon for some reason. All right, next up, we've got the, check this out, Skil PowerCore 20-volt brushless. This is a brushless combo kit. You're getting the full kit, battery, and the charger there for $99. This is a solid tool, okay? This is definitely in that prosumer grade. You're getting both tools with the full kit for under $100, 5-year warranty on it. Skil makes some fantastic tools. Now, I'm not saying that they're not on the level of Milwaukee or DeWalt or anything like that, but for the average homeowner, for the DIYer, who's looking for that prosumer level of tools, they have a great selection of tools. And when you find them on sale, there's some great prices on those. In fact, we can add on, we get the Skil PowerCore. Now this is tool only, one-hand recip for $59.99. It's 33% off a list. And then we got the compact circ saw. Again, tool only, and it's also 33% off of list. All right. Oh, I forgot about this. We had the brushless sander. You know, I love a good brushless sander. It's going to make those batteries last a lot longer. This is a nice detail sander. It's got all the adapters, a little bit of sandpaper to come with it. Again, tool only, coming in at 33% off a list, down to $40 on that one. All right, and then last but not least, the 20-volt 3/8 compact impact wrench. Now, this thing is definitely going to not be a high torque, okay? This is a mid to low torque, okay? But it's a 3/8, okay? So this is going to be great for like light duty kind of stuff like that. In fact, they don't try to claim much. Delivers high performance power up to 220 foot-pounds of nut busting torque. I don't know if I could use nut busting and 220 at the same level, but again, it's for smaller jobs, folks. It's a 3/8, and it's 33% off, taking it down to $60. All right, I can't believe I'm talking about, but we're talking about Vevor. Now, as I always say, don't buy direct from Vevor. Vevor doesn't necessarily have bad products. They have terrible support and service, practically criminal. But if you buy from Amazon, and this is ships from, sold by Amazon, just double checking there, okay? So Amazon's going to have your back on this, at least initially. So get it, test it, make sure everything works. And then after that, it should probably be fine. Because remember, Vevor doesn't make this stuff. They just buy them, stick their little sticker on it, and slap a price on it, and there they go. All right, but that said, a good 10-inch bandsaw. I get most people aren't going to buy a 14-inch bandsaw these days. But around the shop, even if you're not a woodworker, these things can be really useful. You can also switch out and put metal blades and other kind of stuff in there. There are people who complain about, like, you can't switch between metal and between wood and all blah, blah, blah. That's only really if you're trying to, like, save your sawdust and do something with that. Anyway, point is, 10-inch, 2-speed, 560, and 1100. That's what I was talking about. You could put a metal blade on this, all right? So you're looking at $258.48. That is a ridiculously cheap price. I will say this, putting those stands together is a bit finicky, but once you get it up, they're actually fairly rigid and they do a decent job, all right? Next up, we've got the Topdon. I got to talk about this. Now, Topdon sent this over. This is not sponsored. They just sent this over and said, hey, we want you to try this out for a while. Let me know what you think about it. This is, and now of course I've been a huge fan of the Topdon jump starters. We keep one in every one of our vehicles. This is a little different. It's outside the normal line. It's their V2200 Plus. Now it's got the light on the end. It's got and the power adapter goes in the end, which is weird if you're used to most of the Vevor stuff because it's on the side usually. But what you got here is you've got your inputs over here, and actually your battery bank as well, because you can use it as a battery bank. And then you've got your your USB-A over on that side. Again, battery bank kind of aspects. But what makes this different and unique than all the other Topdon stuff out there is it's a 2-in-1. Not only is it a jump starter, now it'll say you do an 8-liter gas, 12. Just by the feel of it, and I haven't tried it on an 8-liter gas, a 6-liter diesel, but that is kind of a mid-range one for Topdon. And I would say based on the weight of it compared to the other ones, that it would fall into that class. But it's more expensive. It's more expensive than the top-of-the-line one. But here's why. It's also a battery tester, connects to an app, and now you can run not just test it, it's good. You can run full diagnostics on it. All right, so now you're getting a battery tester and a jump starter all in one. And then look at this, we got a $30 off coupon on it. Just so happens, I saw that today. I'm like, okay, we got to talk about this because this is a unique piece of equipment. No one else is doing this. All right, let's keep going here. Next up, we've got, all right, this was sent over by a viewer. We've got the Rev Stark. Apparently, there's another channel. Apparently there are other YouTube channels. This is the first I've heard of it, but Pine Hollow Diagnostics. Danny sent this over. He said he saw it on Pine Hollow Diagnostics. I can't really say anything about it, but you're getting which seems to be a solid mid torque, 600 foot-pounds, 20 volt, half-inch, 3-speed. 2 4-amp-hour batteries and 5 impact sockets and a case. Actually, it looks like a pretty decent case. He said that it worked really well. It's brushless. You got to give him credit for that. It's $140, which seems a little steep for what I would consider a mid-torque. $30 off. Here's my issue with this, and we get a lot of nowadays. We get a lot of viewer supplied kind of stuff. I look at this and I'm like, even at $110, I mean, granted, it's got 2 batteries, but we're looking at a mid-torque, whereas for a similar price, I can get the Bauer legit high torque full kit for like 120, 130. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Do you think this is a deal? Do you think we should include this kind of stuff? When I say that by this kind of stuff, I mean the Amazon torque wrenches and stuff like that. They're just kind of all over the place. I know Torque Test Channel, go and check them out. They've got some favorites from Amazon you can take a look at. Now this one also sent in is a solid deal. Metabo HPT 18 volt framing nailer, 21 degree magazine on this. Comes with the battery, with the charger, with the bag. Remember, this is Metabo HPT, is the old Hitachi, well known for their nailers. Coming in at $246 basically. This thing normally sells in the high, let's say mid threes. Normally sells in the mid 300s. Coming in almost $100 off their normal price. This is a solid deal right there. Okay, we got the Sunhizger. We've talked about this one a ton on the channel. It's on sale again down to $40. It's got a $7 off coupon on top of that. This is one of my favorite go-to picks for budget screwdriver sets, okay? It's not high-end. It's not the most deluxe out there. But for a one-and-done 66-piece, you've got all your basic screwdrivers. You've got stubby screwdrivers. You've got micro screwdrivers. You have a magnetizer, demagnetizer. You have a great case to go with it. All of that for, was it $33? That's a pretty sharp deal right there. Okay, next up we've got the Work Pro. Okay, somebody sent me in the Work Pro. I think it was Alan sent me in the Work Pro, a different Work Pro one. And I did some price checking on it. It wasn't really much of a deal. But I was like, Work Pro sent me these actually a while ago. And I have not done a video on them yet. But this is when you get the bag. I just want to show you. This is what it's like, okay? You get the little Work Pro bag here. And it's a decent little tool bag. Here's the bag. I had to fold it up because we unfold it, and you get this great set here. If I can not drop them everywhere. Okay. And when I take one out, let's take out the bigger one so you can actually see what I'm talking about. What you got here on this is a good solid open-ended, standard open-ended, nice chrome, good looking, and then a ratcheting end that's reversible. A reversible ratcheting wrench, a set for $40, and that's 24% off. So normally it's $50. Now it's not even $40, it's $38. And it's on sale with a $3 off coupon on top of that. So instead of being $38, you're at $35. Now, I'm not going to say I've got both of them. I've got the SAE and the metric here. They're not no skip, okay? But they are fairly robust for a budget option. Now, I know a lot of people are going to cry, I wouldn't buy anything that's no skip. Well, you're also going to be spending twice as much, okay? Let's be honest about that. For a $35 set, would you get $70 for all of them? That with the tool bag, not a bad little deal. In fact, they got a whole bunch more deals going on with their ratcheting wrenches right now. We've got this one, the anti-slip. Check out the ends on this. I don't know if I've seen quite as aggressive box anti-skip on it. This thing is ridiculous. Where is it? There we go. Look at the teeth on this sucker. It's not going to leave pretty bolts when it's done. Let's be clear. But it's going to get a hold of it, and it's going to get it out of there. They got $49.99 on that, 5% off coupon. Of course, they got SAE and metric. The next set they have is they got basically the same thing in stubby. It's $42 with a 10% off coupon on top of that. And then the ones I really like are the long reach. I love long reach ratcheting wrenches like this. $60, $3 off coupon on top of that one. All right, and then Crescent's got their 25-piece 3/8 pass-through spline set here. Look at this, with the ratchet, everything else, coming in at normally $40, 30% off, down to $27.99. And then also, I almost didn't include these, but you know what? Maybe having a set of little mini wrenches around like this, nice, cheap, disposable. You can throw them at your cousin or something. I don't know. $16.99 if you can dodge a wrench, right? Anyway, it's a 2-pack of them, 20-piece SAE and metric here for $17. And there's a 10% off coupon that's going to take another $1.70 off of it. We got Jay Leno's tire shine, high gloss dressing here, coming in 31% off a list, down to $8.97. We've got the Armor Alls on sale. Look at that. Car wash and Armor All cleaning fluid for cars, trucks, and motorcycles. I think you can use about anything you want. It's 32% off, down to $5.66. Then we got the tire foam. This is actually a pretty good product here. I like this stuff. Coming in on sale, 69% off, down to $5. And then we got the Meguiar's, and Meguiar's makes some great stuff there. This is their quick wax here for $7.08, 66% off of that. And then we got their 3-in-1 wax with the foam pad here, coming in at $18.36. Now we got some stubby ratchets here, 1/4-inch, 3/8, and 1/2-inch drive ratchets. 3-piece, 72 tooth, not super high end, not super like deluxe or anything like that. But these are the ratchets that you don't use very often, but when you need them, you need them. So it's not something I would say don't go out and buy Snap-on for this. Don't even buy Icon or something high end, because you're not going to, unless you're in like a car stereo installer where you're under a dash using little stubbies all the time. Unless you're in some sort of specific niche where you're using them all the time. For everyone else, like me included, they're a few times a year I need to go and grab a stubby ratchet. This is the great set for that, because now you're not investing a ton of money in something you're not touching every day. But when you get it, they're pretty decent. They got some nice knurling on them. You know I love my knurling. And a nice 3-in-1 in a nice box right there, easy to find. You can always remember, oh yeah, it's in the blue box over there. I like color coding my stuff. It's easier to remember where it is. Anyway, we're coming in here at 27% off, down to $23.99. We got now going the opposite end, we got the DeWalt, the big set, the 205-piece. And this is what we call a one and done kind of thing. Great starter set. You're getting the 1/4-inch, the 3/8, the 1/2-inch, SAE metric, 205 pieces, 3 ratchets. There's a little bit of filler in this, but it's not super fat. This is on the leaner side because even most of the filler's fairly usable. This is a nice little set here with the case and everything else. All right, and it's 28% off. Craftsman, we got the 20 gallon. This is not an 8, a 9, 10, 12. This is the 20 gallon, 6.5 peak horsepower wet dry vac. I would rate Craftsman currently number 3 in the wet dry vac department. Yes, back in the day, Rigid used to be number 1. I'm sorry, they're just not anymore. I got DeWalt at number 1. We got Bauer at number 2. Craftsman at number 3. And probably, I don't know, VacMaster, maybe VacMaster coming in at number 4. But this is a great 20 gallons. This is a huge wet dry vac. You can do a lot of cleanup with this sucker. It's 30% off. Limited time deal coming in at $144.49. All right, now we got a couple DeWalt here for you, and I got to take issue with it because it says it's the 2-speed XR. Or is it XR 2.0 battery? But that doesn't say XR in the battery. That is not an XR tool. That is a mid-level brushless tool, okay? It's not the base level, but it's also not the top of the level XR. That is the brushless mid-level. But you're getting the full kit here for $99. And then over here, we've got this, essentially it's sibling here, the impact wrench, 20-volt brushless. Again, this is the mid-tier with the battery, with the charger and the bag, also for $99. All right, we got Weehaw. If you need insulated tools, and you should have some insulated tools around, there's always going to be something. If you are a serious DIYer or a pro, Weehaw is, and I kid you not, the number 1 choice for insulated tools for pros in North America. They're dominating the market right now, okay? That said, $184.60 on this. It's 14% off, but this is a top-of-the-line pro gear. If you want to go that way, this is the bag to get. Next to that, we got the Wear a Craftform. You're like, hey, this is just one of those screwdrivers. Why is it $70? This is a adjustable torque screwdriver, okay? Of course, I'm a huge fanboy of Wera. I think they make some great stuff. I always have some of it near me. But that said, this is a specific use case. Not for everybody, but if you're looking for something like that, this might be the one to choose. Next to that, we got Channel Locks. Got this sucker on sale. Look at this. Again, I swear, I'm almost positive this is made by Grip-On. Made in Spain. It has the same rivet pattern and everything else. Positive this is made by Grip-On with just a better paint job. Love the Channel Lock paint job on this. Coming in for $27.60. And then look at this. Arc Captain. This is a steal of a deal. 200 amps, 6-in-1, gas MIG, gasless flux core, MIG, stick, lift TIG, spot welding, spool gun. It'll do aluminum. You'll need to get the spool gun to do the aluminum, but it can do the aluminum. It's got all the kind of controls you want. Coming at $400, 29% off a list, and on top of it, we got a $50 off coupon. This is a fantastic prosumer grade welder here. All right, next up we got the Everbit here from Topdon. As I always say, not my top drawer. It lives in my drawer next to me. Is my go-to electronics repair kit. I've had it for years at this point, and it's $21.86. The rumor is that it's going away. I don't know if they're going to replace it with something newer or better or what, but it's a fantastic kit as is, and at that price, nobody else can touch it. Next up, we got the Topdon 1/4-inch drive dual direction click torque wrench, 10 to 150 pounds, $43.65. Then we got the 3/8 drive 18-inch quick release ratchet. That is, I'm like, that is quite the ratchet there for the size for 3/8 there, coming in at $49. Then we got, oh, check this out. This deal is back. I love this deal. We got the 12-volt Bosch Chameleon. This is their installation driver, if you will. You got the drill chuck, the right angle, the hex adapter there, as well as the offset. You're getting 2 batteries, the bag. Oh, and they're throwing in the 12-volt multi-tool on top of that for $149. Then we've got the Bosch. This is a top-of-the-line sander. This thing is absolutely just incredibly smooth. I'd put it right up next to the Festool. Maybe not quite as good as the Festool, but in that ballpark. $279, 15% off on that one. We got the rotary tool here from Phalanx, 3.7. This is light duty, okay? This is hobby grade etching, marking, good for like putting serial numbers and stuff on things. If you're into that sort of thing, again, you're not going to need high torque kind of it. So you're looking at a limited time deal. It's on sale 37% off, down to $31.49, plus a 40% off coupon. 40% off. That's a hell of a deal on a tool like that. All right. Next up, we've got, if you're going to be doing this stuff, again, get organized. You don't have to use it for beads and crafting, all that kind of stuff. You could put screws in there. Maybe you should put screws in there. Get organized. Get all that stuff off your bench. All right. So anyway, you're looking at $38.99. It's 11% off for the 36 drawer there. Next, I've talked about the 69-piece toolbox drawer divider set. Get organized. Stop having everything roll around your drawer. Look, it could look like this. You know what it looks like. I'm not going to embarrass you, but we all know what it looks like. Anyway, coming in at $31.99. That's 11% off. Then we got Titan. Titan makes some decent stuff. Look at this 5-piece hickory wood handle hammer set here with it's got the rubber mallet, it's got the cross peen, it's got the wouldn't call it a sledge, call it a engineer's persuader, if you will. A couple ball peen hammers there. All of that here for $44.20. Next up, we got SATA 2-piece X pliers. These are your long reach. They've got the double hinge in them, so they kind of look like that, but they allow you to get in those narrow areas and get out whatever got in there. Coming in at $32.70. All right, and then for the knife of the day is the Kershaw Barricade Pocket Knife Rescue Multifunction. It's got the glass breaker, it's got the seat cutter, it's a decent pocket knife, and it's in day glow orange. Love this. Put it in a center console or something like that, so when you need it, you can find it easily because of that day glow orange. All right, let's jump over. This one's, again, submitted by a viewer. The Leatherman Rev is over at, I think he said Costco. I could be wrong. Was it Costco or Sam's Club? I think it was Costco. Coming in at $39 or $39, 40 bucks is what I was trying to say there. So it's the Leatherman Rev multi-purpose tool with nylon sheath here. Not the top of the line. 25-year warranty. Not going to do a lifetime. 25 years. Just weird, okay? I mean, at that point, just call it a lifetime warranty, brother. 25 years? All right. And then over at Menards, again, sent in by a viewer. Who was it? This was sent in by Michael. So we've got two of them. The Motorhead cordless jigsaw here, which for a cordless jigsaw at that price, $44.99. Of course, that's after the mail-in rebate. And then we have the grinder also here for $49.99 after rebate. So there's a couple options here for you. I don't have any experience with Motorhead, but apparently Michael thinks they're decent enough to include. So let me know. By the way, if you want to share some deals, you can email me, red@denoftools.com, okay? Red like the color, @denoftools, all one word, .com. Please don't send me deals today, okay? In fact, don't wait until Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or even Monday morning and send them in. Because if you send them in like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably even Thursday, by the time Monday rolls around, most of them are dead. Either they're sold out or the sales expired, because sales usually start on Sundays, all right? So, or Mondays. So that's why we do deals of the week on Mondays, because of that. So love getting your contributions, love sharing what everyone else around all the viewers are finding out there. We just want to make sure they're still available. That said, this week I will be slow to reply because I'm going to be on the road. I'm headed down to Vegas. We got some family stuff to deal with down there. So we'll be posting videos from the road, but my ability to respond is going to be a bit iffy. That said, we got a couple bonus items I want to talk about. First of all, we got to talk about Anker. Great. If you're looking for small portable power, they got two of their smaller ones on sale. The Anker 521. This is 256 watt hours, 600 peak output, 300 watt normal output. You're getting two 110s. This is a good basic, just everyday, little bit of extra power. You're not going camping out in the Beartooth Mountains for a week with this. This is like going to the park for the day or just being out and about and doing stuff and having a little bit extra power. If you need a little bit more, now this one's on sale right now for $170. You need a little bit more, we can double that here and get you in the Anchor 535, 512 watt hours. It'll do a peak output of, was it 500 watt battery pack there, 9-port powerhouse, 4 AC, 60 watt USB. Anyway, it's just bumping everything up. It's basically double the specs on the last one, $349 on this one. Now, this is what I want to talk about because I was talking about, I'm going to be on the road. I don't fly when I go to Vegas. I just drive down there because I'm not going to go down there because I'm going to be there for about 2 weeks. So we're still going to be doing videos and stuff. So don't worry. We'll have deals of the week coming up next week and everything else. We'll just be doing it remote. We're doing it remote. Anyway, every time I drive down there, I take my portable fridge. And there's several good companies out there. The one I have is not this one. All these companies just rebadge other ones and stuff. But they do, Bouge, I don't know how they pronounce it, Bouge RV. They actually do sell some pretty decent stuff. And this one at this price, for $152.99, it will hold quite a bit. I always look for the pic that shows how many cans of Coke Zero I can put in there. That really tells me how much I can use it. Because when I drive down, it's just me. So I'll take this, put it in the passenger seat. I'm lucky because I've got the Dodge, Ram. It's a Ram. It'll always be Dodge to me. But it's got the inverter in the dash. So I just plug it right in there. Now, this one does come. This is one of the reasons why I'm also recommending this. Let's see if they had a picture of it. This one comes with, it was down here, the AC plug as well as there was a picture, I thought. It has the AC plug as well as the 12, there we go, the AC as well as the 12 volts. So what I love about this is I'm going to go stay in the hotel room. Well, or motel, because I don't like staying in hotels. I want to be able to pull up, park, go in, no muss, no fuss kind of thing, right? So grab my fridge, go inside. I can plug it in. If I need to plug it into the car into the 12 volt, I can plug it into the car. So I can use it as a fridge inside, I use it as a fridge outside. In fact, I used mine for years as the fridge in my shop when I wasn't traveling. All right. That's what I love about these things is they're multi-use. Now, and again, at that price, that's a pretty darn good price for a fridge like this. And yes, these are real refrigerators. They're not some sort of gimmicky kind of thing that uses like piezoelectric kind of gizmos to get cold. It's a legit refrigerator and it will freeze your stuff. Okay, so if you've got sodas in there, don't set it to well below zero because it will, it'll happen. I learned the hard way. They really will. Now, if you're looking for a fridge for the shop, what I got right now is the eHomey, $215.99, 10% off. Love this thing. It's sitting right over here. It's got all my sodas in it. It's got some of my wife's drinks. Right now, I'm fermenting some pizza dough in there as well. I'm just looking at it because it's popped the lid off of it. We got, there's potato salad in there. My son left it there. I hate potato salad. I'm a terrible German, I know, but he loves it. He will eat the heck out of that stuff. Anyway, great little fridge. You can see it looks nice, has a ton of capacity, $215 on that. You know what? Father's Day is coming up. Dads and grads kind of stuff. Maybe kids going off to school next fall. That's the kind of stuff you can use this for. Next up, then we also got to include the Little Green Pro here. This is from Bissell. This is a great little, often I would include vacuums in with the tool stuff, but this is such an around the house kind of thing. Great for cleaning up after pets and whatnot. Portable, you got the hand cleaner there on it for doing the stairs. It's $125. I know it's 24% off, but I know we missed Mother's Day, but you can make up for it by getting her one of these. My wife would love it. I'm sorry. My wife is broke and she loves when I buy her appliances and stuff like this. All right. It may take, here's the funny thing is, it'll take her like a year or two to actually get around to using it. And I'll get a random text message of, OMG, I just tried the blah, blah, blah you bought me. This thing's fantastic. It's going to change my life. I love her. Then we got, this one sent in by a viewer. Monster Clarity 101 Air Links. I don't know anything about him, but he swears by him, and it's 67% off, down to $30. Might be worth a try there just to see what's what. And then last but not least, we got paddle boards. You know what? Spring is first day of summer officially. Okay, not officially, but Midwest, we always call Memorial Day, Memorial Weekend, the jump start to summer. It's time to get out there. Great way to get out on the water is these inflatable paddle boards. 10-foot, 6-inch premium stand-up paddle boards coming in for, was it $179.95. I've seen some of these things. They can get ridiculously expensive. That's a nice little setup there. Get you going, get you out on the water. Anyway, that's all the deals we got. If I missed out on any of the deals you think should have been included, put them down below. Next week, you can send them to me. Remember, red@dentatools.com. Sorry, I may be slow to respond because, as I said, I'm going to be on the road. Oh, I'm getting older. This drive just kills me. But I'd rather do it than dealing with an airport. I tell you that. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.